So I'm watching Notre Dumb versus Texas A&M. Notre Dumb is trying not to go 0-2, and Texas A&M is just trying to win. Trying to win to prove a message out there that they're coming for the SEC. They're coming for the SEC championship. I guess that's the message they want to prove. But Notre Dame don't want to go 0-2, so I get that. But Texas A&M, obviously they do want to win. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I wasn't able to watch the Ohio State game, but like I said, what happened, and like everybody else knew what was going to happen, we won. Okay? We won. It was 37-9. 37-9. We totally, had to show little brother up. Not too bad, though. We didn't beat him too bad. 37-9. Pretty good. Little brother tried. Little brother tried. Oh, this is so cute. But no, I'm sitting here watching this game. Notre Dame is actually trying not to go 0-2. It's the fourth quarter. Texas is getting the ball right now. I don't really care who wins this game. I'm just interested to see who does win this game. Because if Notre Dame goes 0-2, that's not looking good for their playoffs hopes. There's still a chance, though, even if they go 0-2, just because of the 14-team playoff or 16-team. I think it's 14, right? I can't remember none of this stuff. Hold on, I'm going to ask Google. Google remembers. Better memory than I do. 14, I'm on 12 or 12-team playoff. Yeah, 12-team playoff. I don't know why it said 14. I don't know why it said 16, but I did. Am I still going to put up this video even though I look like a total idiot for saying it was 14 or maybe 16 teams? Yeah, I am. I don't care. I do care. Look, I don't even know. What am I saying? Should I even post this? I probably should, right? Probably should. So, we beat little brother. Couldn't watch the game, but I wasn't really excited to watch it anyway. And if you watched the earlier video, you'll understand why. But there is a Texas A&M player now. And I also saw that there was an Arkansas player that had to get charted away from the field. So I hope that Arkansas player is doing all right. And Arkansas is playing Ole Miss. I'm pretty sure Ole Miss is going to win that game. I don't know. I haven't checked on the score lately. But definitely that young man, he got carted away, unfortunately. But he did give a thumbs up. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. Hopefully he'll be able to deal with his injury and be able to get back on the field with his teammates. So wishing him nothing but a speedy recovery so he can get back playing football. I don't know what that score is. As a matter of fact, let's just check. But last time I checked, while I was watching that, Ole Miss was most likely going to win. Now, I don't really pay too mind on the SEC because, again, the SEC is the second best conference. They don't have nothing on the Big Ten unless they're playing Wisconsin. Wisconsin, what a big letdown. Yeah, that game's over, so Ole Miss won that game. I can confidently say without even looking it up because they were just winning anyway. I think Arkansas was hanging in there, but when their player went down, of course, it's kind of like deflated the air out of him, and but hopefully he's okay. But now Florida and LSU. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a lot of good games on, but we're over here playing Ohio, our little brother. That's the reality of the situation. When life gives you lemons, you make apple pie. But Florida is losing to LSU too. I don't know about much. This is showing highlights right now. Yeah, 20-10, fourth quarter. There's only 4:50 left. Florida has the ball. They're probably going to win that game. So Florida, LSU is going to go 3-0. I'm very tired, so I don't even remember what the heck I'm saying. I've been up for a while. Haven't gotten much sleep. I probably should get some though. But LSU looks like it's going to go 3-0, and Florida is going to be 1-2. Florida's not making the playoffs anyway, so I mean, maybe they can make it to a bowl game. That's what they're playing for, a bowl game. That's what all their games they're playing for, is this a spot to get into a bowl game. All you need is 6 wins, and you'll get into a bowl game. So they only need 5, but they're not going to win this one against LSU. This game is basically over. Not too much time left on the clock. Only like a minute or something. Nah, 4 minutes, actually, to be exact. They hit it right on the nose. And I don't even know the name of their quarterback, of Florida's quarterback. I mean, they got 2 timeouts. So, I mean, I guess it's not the end of the road for Florida. They got to score on this possession, though, because if they don't, then it's game over. GO. So they're going to try to hurry up. They need to hurry up, too, and score as fast as possible. They're obviously in a throwing situation. The players need to get out of bounds to stop the clock, because they only got 2 timeouts. If I'm Florida, I'm wanting to score before the 2-minute warning, because that's an extra timeout, basically. So technically, they do got 3 timeouts if they can score before the 2-minute warning. That's it. But they're moving the ball right now, so LSU don't look like they got an answer for them for what they're doing. It's 2nd and 5. I'm still checking on the Notre Dumb and Texas A&M game. Probably wondering why I call them Notre Dame. Well, just because I think it's funny. Just a little football humor. But, it's 3rd and 1. Yeah, Florida needs to step on the gas a little bit. They need to score before. It'd be big if they can score before the 2-minute warning. But the way they're moving the football, I think they're going to get the 2-minute warning. And they only have 2 timeouts, so you might be looking at, well, if you get a field goal, right, real quick, and then try an onside kick, don't get that onside kick. Use your 2 timeouts. You should have a little bit of time left on the clock, but they're pushing it. He's going to scramble. Who's he throwing that to? Oh, well, that's Gabe. That's Gio. That's Gio for sure. LSU just intercepted the ball. Well, Florida is about to go 1-2. And it looks like LSU number 3 in the country. And I don't have to remind you who's number 1, but I'll let Brutus remind you who's number 1 in the country. But looks like Florida's going to go down there. He threw their quarterback through an INT. LSU is celebrating. They know they're about to go 3-0. And they will remain at the number 3 spot. Tough luck for Florida and their fans. Yeah, he's disappointed. Well, you shouldn't have threw it there. I don't know who he was throwing it to anyway. His dude was covered. I don't know if he thought he could beat him on the one-on-one, but that did not happen. That LSU defender jumped up in the air and grabbed that straight out of the air. And now LSU is set up pretty good. Just run the ball. Basically, all LSU has to do. Run the ball, run out the clock. Florida, most likely, it is the 2-minute warning now. Florida most likely will burn their timeouts to try to get the ball back. It's second down. Even when they get the ball back, they're going to have to score fast, and they're going to have to get an onside kick now. That is their only hope, but I do not see that happening at all whatsoever. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the Texas and Notre Dame game and see what's going on there. That's also in the fourth quarter, so we're going to find out who's going to get the L between Texas A&M and Notre Dame. I don't know. Let's see, is he across that line? Did he get the first down for his team? Yeah. So Notre Dame is up by 3 points. That's it, though. Just up by a field goal. So Texas A&M can either tie it or they can take a lead with the touchdown. And they are definitely on their side of the field, and they are where their kicker can kick it. They are in field goal range. So, but the flag come out. What the flag for, ref? What the flag for?
This would be the 10th A&M penalty tonight.
Oh, let's listen. Oh, Texas A&M, what are you doing? What are you doing, Texas A&M? You can't be moving before the ball's not even hiked. Come on, man. Yep, the lineman, he flinched. Staying down there in those positions, though, you're going to have muscles that twitch. And they'll call it, depending on the ref. But just got to keep it together. There's about 10 minutes left in this game. I don't really care who wins, honestly, but it would be funny if Notre Dame started the season 0-2. Wow. Got a lot of work to do in Notre Dame. And Texas A&M, they want to try to win as many games as possible because they got an SEC schedule coming up, and it's gonna be hard for them. Well, wait, I don't know why I keep saying they have an SEC coming up. Ain't Notre Dame in the SEC conference? I'm not 100%. I gotta Google. I'm sorry, I gotta Google. I don't know, and I want to know because I'm pretty sure the SEC started their conference play today, and the Big Ten starts next week. At least for the Buckeyes, it does. Hey, Google, is Notre Dame in the SEC conference? No, it's not the SEC. Why did I think they went to SEC? I don't know why I thought that, but I did. I guess I need to get some sleep. The old noggin's not working. Again, the monkey in my head is going pew, 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 with those big tambourines on his hands. Very funny, I know, right? Sorry, I'm trying to be sarcastic. I'm just trying to see who wins this game again. I don't have no dog in this fight, but it is a lot of good games on other than our game. That's why I wasn't live and on air and I couldn't watch it. So it is what it is. No complaints from this guy. Oh, how far is he kicking from? Oh, he nailed the field goal. Texas A&M just nailed a field goal. Now it is 34-34. This game might go for overtime, and I'm not exactly sure how far he kicked it, but he definitely made it. He didn't miss, unlike Tennessee. Tennessee fans. Kicker. Missed. The field goal will cost you the game. I didn't say anything. Nope, not me. But wow, yeah, that was so bad. Let's switch it back over to, let's see. Now let's just finish this game out too, because if Florida don't get, well, Florida already lost, but I was gonna see. Oh yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's gone straight into the wind. There is a flag down though. LSU almost got to the house, but he was brought down. But there is a flag down though. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be holding against LSU. Let's see what they call the flag on. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on LSU holding. Okay, well, I was dead wrong. It was a penalty for substitution. Now it's first and goal. Definitely now the game's over for Florida. And Florida has fallen from 1-1 to 1-2. I don't know what's going to happen in the swamp, but they better figure it out quick because they got a whole list of SEC opponents that they're going to have to face. And yeah, oh, there's a fight on the field. There's a fight on the field. They're pushing and shoving. All little tensions are getting high down there. That center for Florida really wanted that ball back. And he tried to rush him and push the quarterback down. And hopefully, he probably hoping that he fumbled. But Florida only got one timeout. There's nothing they can do to stop the clock either. They're probably waiting until third down to stop the clock, to call that final timeout. But it's over. Florida's going to eat the L. Instead of meat, the Gator is going to eat an L. So bad, so sad. They do have one timeout, but honestly, it don't matter if they take it or not. Because they could just take another knee, and the game would be over. So, yeah. Wah, wah, wah. Here's the world's smallest violin. Yeah, I don't know how to play violin, okay? But I'm trying. Yeah. Yep, that's game for Florida. Wah, wah, wah. 1-2 Florida. 3-0 LSU. 3-0. Maybe we'll see you in the playoffs and we can show you how to play some real football. Go Buckeyes! O-H-I-O. Yeah. Let's go. Okay, I don't want to hear from the head coach. Let's go back to Texas A&M and Notre Dame and see what's happening over in that game now. Texas A&M kicker absolutely smashed the kick. I don't know where he was kicking from, but kickers are important. And don't let nobody tell you they're not, because they can decide who wins or lose the game sometimes. Especially when they miss. Tennessee. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Or maybe you just have a kicker like Georgia Tech, getting the upset on Clemson. Woo! Just on the last few seconds of the game, too. I wonder if our kicker can make a 55-yard field goal. I bet he could. I don't know what the longest our kicker has kicked. But, and winning college football games, it's all about mentality, physically. I'm getting tongue-tied, tongue-twisted. But there's a lot of factors in winning a college football game. Some teams have it, other teams don't. Your defending national champions have it, of course, because we're the best team in college football. And I may sound cocky, but it's the truth. But who knows? Maybe we'll lose a game and you guys will sit here and watch me cry. But I don't see us losing the game. I see us struggling through games, like at least 2. But other than that, we're definitely going to get ours again. We're going to defend our title. We're going to defend our championship. Because we can play with the best of them and we can beat the best of them. Because we are the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, just die-hard Ohio State fan here. Talking reckless. But we back it up on the field, though. At least the players do. I don't see us. I cannot wait for the playoffs. I'm so excited. Because then we get a chance to beat other teams from different divisions and different conferences, That's what makes it really extra fun, the 12-team playoff, is that, different teams that usually don't play each other will play each other. Then you can put all that talking aside, like, well, if my team played you in the regular season, we'd beat you. Well, okay, if you make the playoffs, you get that chance. If your team makes it to the playoffs, you get the chance. If you beat the team you're playing against, if you're not playing against the defending national champions. But if you are playing us in the playoffs, that's your chance, team, to prove that you're a better team than we are. That's your chance. But again, I know I repeat myself, but it's the truth and it's facts, and facts do not care about your feelings. We are the best team in college football. Point blank, period. Write a check, take it to the bank, cash it for $1, because that's how much that check is worth that you're signing. And you'll get that dollar in either dimes, coins, pennies, or nickels. But either way, you can take it to the bank. We're at the tippy top of the iceberg when it comes to college football. All the other teams are down here. And if somebody is going to want to take that top spot, they're going to have to beat us. And that's going to be very, very difficult to do. And most likely, that team is just not going to be able to do it versus any team we face. And I can proudly say that. Because time and time again, we have proven over and over and over and over again that we are the best team in college football. It's Ohio versus the world, baby. That's what it is. We'll face any team, anytime, anywhere. We're not afraid to face any team. Now, yes, our scheduling does kind of suck. I ain't gonna lie. I wish we were playing better teams, but it is what it is. What can you do? I can't do nothing about the schedule. But if your team is better, if you think your team is better than our team, when we get to the playoffs, your team can prove that point. But until then, we're the king of the castle. We're the king of the hill. And I really do enjoy college football, though, a lot. I really do like this sport. NFL, I'm not really an NFL guy, honestly. I don't even have an NFL team. Do I watch NFL? Yeah, I do watch NFL, but only during the playoffs and, of course, the Super Bowl, where the games actually matter, in my opinion. Because, in the NFL, you can have, 3-4 losses and still make the playoffs. I've never seen a 3 or 4 loss team in the playoffs in college football. Granted, we just started the 12-team playoff, but when we had the 4-team playoff, definitely no team with 3 or 4 losses is going to get in the playoffs. Maybe a team that 3 or 4 losses can make it to the 12-team playoffs now. I don't know. But I highly doubt it, only because there's going to be better teams with better records ahead of them. So, your wins and losses actually do matter more in college football than it does in the NFL, is what I'm saying. But college football is definitely my favorite sport. I like the competition. It's just friendly competition. It's not me being a a-hole toward other teams. I like to talk smack because I believe that my team's better than your team. And I believe that, and I know that my team should win every single game that we play. Every single one. Because we're better than that other team. But Notre Dame is moving the ball down the field. It looks like they might get another touchdown. Oh, he's going. Yep, they just got another touchdown. As soon as I said that, Notre Dumb got right back on the board with a 12-yard rushing touchdown by Jeremiah Love. All right, buddy. Get on up in that end zone. And there's about 3 minutes left in the game. And the fans are going crazy. Woo! We don't want to go 0-2. We don't want to go 0-2. That's what they're screaming. And Texas A&M, they're just trying to send a message. Like, hey, we're here, we're square, and we have back hair. But definitely the SEC has nothing on the big... Oh, wait! They're faking it! Notre Dame is faking... Oh, come on! Notre Dame faked a field goal. They tried to go for 2. If you're going to go for 2, just go for 2. They thought that they could catch Texas A&M off guard, but no! They probably would have had it, but the snap handler fumbled the football as soon as the ball was snapped. Oh, so maybe that delay is the reason why they weren't able to get it. But if the whole snapper guy would have not fumbled the ball, they probably would have pulled that off. It was a nice attempt by Notre Dame, though. I mean, by Notre Dame. It was a nice attempt. I give them a little tiny credit, They're trying to be sneaky eeky, They trying to, like a snake, just trying to sneak up on people and be sneaky all about it. So sad, man. But I don't know it was a trick field goal, right? They was hoping that they didn't see it coming, but the long snapper, he just fumbled the ball. He had to pick it up and he had to throw it, but unfortunately for him, it was too late, and Texas A&M is returning the kickoff. Oh, but there is a flag down, so it's probably going to come back holding on Texas A&M, or maybe it's on Notre Dame. And if that's the case, then wow, that is crazy that he was able to return that kick. Let's see what the flag's for. They're about to speak right here. Wait, they're talking about it. I don't know what the flag was for. Here we go. Return team, number 17. Yeah, that's mostly the reason on why they usually flow a flag for holding. So that's the only reason why that Texas A&M I'm going to try to say this slowly. Texas A and M got called for holding, which is why the player was able to return that kick, that punt for a return, but now they get the ball somewhere. And they're down 34-41 the 40 because Notre Dame decided to try to do a trick field goal. Why did they try? Because they thought they was going to catch him off guard, but then that happened, which delayed the throw, which they didn't get it because of that happening. But Texas A&M still has a chance here. It's about to go down to the 2-minute warning. I'm not sure what Texas A&M is going to do. Well, if they score and if they get the extra point, then they'll be ahead. But you also don't want to leave enough time for your opponent. So you got to manage both. Or you just forget it and he hit him right downfield, right down stride. Oh, he got so many yards. Woo! Notre Dame's defense is crumbling under pressure. They don't know what they're doing, man. They got to step up. They got to stop the passing. Texas A&M is just shredding them through the air. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. What's going to happen? I don't know, but if Texas A&M gets a touchdown, most likely they're going to get an extra point because I doubt it if they try to go for 2. I mean, why would you? You know, you kick an extra point, you're winning. Now, had that worked, that Notre Dame tried that, and had it worked, then yeah, Texas A&M would have to go for 2. So I can see why Notre Dame actually tried to fake out the field goal. But unfortunately, their snap holder fumbled the ball and had to pick it up and run and just throw the ball anyway. Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes it don't. Like playing college football 26, you know, I'll fake it all the time. But I'm about to give away my secret, man. So hopefully a lot of people don't watch this, because especially people who play college football 26. But if I get the ball first in the game, I will always go for 2. And why will I always go for 2? Because listen to me. Here's what I'm thinking, right? If I go for 2, if I get the ball to start the game, and if I don't get it, then I'm down 6. And if my opponent gets the ball and then scores, right, they'll be up 7-6. But when I get the ball back, I can either go for a touchdown, and if I don't get a touchdown, then I'm definitely going to get a field goal. And that's going to put me up 9-7. And that automatically right there gives me another extra point. Because if you went for 2 when you got the first touchdown, that right there is 8. But if you go for 2 and don't get it, and then when you get the ball back, you kick a field goal instead of getting a touchdown, that puts you up an extra point instead of 2 points ahead, puts you up to 9. I mean, you're still up 2 points, but I'm saying you would have 9 instead of 8. Now, what do you do when if you get a touchdown in that scenario? Well, you just kick the extra point because you'll always have that field goal option in your pocket for when you need it. Pretty smart thinking. Yep. Albert Einstein ain't got nothing on me. Believe you me. No, I'm just kidding. That dude was way too smart. You know, Albert Einstein, when he passed away, they actually took out his brain to study it. When I found, ain't that crazy? And to my knowledge, they actually have his brain at a museum. They put something in it to stop it from rotting away. And you can see Albert Einstein's actual brain at a museum. That is crazy. Just, you know? You see some guy's brain? Probably one of the smartest people the world has ever seen, other than Elon Musk. I wonder if they'll do that to Elon Musk. If they'll just take his brain out and just preserve it and just put it up in a museum somewhere for people to see. But there's 1:20 left on the clock. Texas A&M does got the ball. They're in Notre Dumb's field goal. They're on their side of the field. So Notre Dame, they need to come up with something defensively here and get the stop. But both teams do have 3 timeouts. And so far, nobody's burned any. Because you want to save it. I think Notre Dame is thinking like, hey, if we can get a stop, we can save those timeout for our offense. But they're winning the game. So they don't really need the 3 timeouts. Texas A&M is the team that needs the timeouts. So I don't even know why I said that for. Because Notre Dame is in the lead. So why would they need to save the 3 timeouts for their offense? They should be using their timeouts for the defense. So the defense can know the right play call and they can get a little bit of rest. So they'll have that little bit extra energy going into these last few seconds of the game. But Texas A&M just threw an incomplete pass, which stops the clock. Just in case Texas A&M does score here, then Notre Dame will need those 3 timeouts for their offense if Texas A&M scores. See what? He backs up. He's running. They're trying to get to him. He got the first down, and he ran out of bounds, so that does stop the clock. So if you're Notre Dame, you're thinking here, like you do not want to let them score, but at some point you just ask yourself that question. Like, do we just let them score to preserve more time for our offense? I don't think that's the strategy going in. You try to get the stop. You just don't let them score. But I'm saying if you feel like they're going to score anyway, then in that scenario, you might want to think about it. Like if they're at the 1 yard line and it's 1st and goal, their percentage of scoring is really high, so you might just want to let them score instead of just trying to back them up further. Am I crazy for thinking that? I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that. I don't think I am. I don't think that's a crazy thought. Now, I know a lot about football, too. I know about different strategies and different ways to win the game and what plays we should do versus not going for it on 4th and 1. Of course, I'm talking about our game. When Ryan Day didn't make the call to go for it, he decided to bring out the field goal unit. Even though we was at the 1 yard line and it was 4th and 1. We can't make 1 yard. But it is what it is. Just give me some better play calls, Ryan Day. That's all I'm asking for. Is that too much to ask? It's not like I'm asking for $1 billion, which would be nice, I could help a lot of people with that money. But there's another flag down. There's only 50 seconds left in the game. I wonder what this flag's for.
Snap infraction. Offense, number 54.
Woo! Snap infraction. Gotta snap the ball. I guess snap infraction is when they move the ball, but they don't hike it. They don't basically throw it up to the quarterback. Oh, wait. Well, that didn't look like a snap infraction to me. Now there's another flag. What's going on? I think the nerves are starting to get to the players, especially Texas A&M, because those are the flags on. What is this flag for, I wonder? Yeah, it's on Texas A&M. Texas A&M is shooting himself in the foot, man. They keep getting backed up. I don't know if they're doing this on purpose, though, like some type of strategy to where, they'll have more room to throw the ball. But it don't look like they're doing it on purpose because their coach looks stressed. He has his hand up on his head like, what are we doing? We got to score a touchdown to win this game, but we keep getting backed up. Getting further and further away from the goal. So it's 2nd and 16. They got to throw the football, obviously. The quarterback backs up for Texas A&M. Notre Dame's rushing, and he throws it out of bounds because nobody was open. One of the Texas A&M players, the wide receiver, threw his hands up like this. Like, can I get a flag over here or what, man? But there was no holding, man. I don't know what happened because they didn't show it. They were showing the quarterback. But all I know was he was on the ground and he went like this. Like, come on, ref. But the fans are really happy now. Oh, boy, what's going to happen here? 3rd and 16 for Texas A&M. He's got all day to throw. Come on, Notre Dame. There's another flag down. The referees are going flag happy in this game. Where the players just can't stop holding and grabbing and whatever this flag's for. What is this flag for? Let's hear.
Holding defense number 6.
Oh, that's on Notre Dame. That's going to give Texas A&M a first down. That's on Notre Dame. I thought that was on Texas A&M. Notre Dumb must want to give this game away. They must want to start 0-2. I'm sorry to all you Notre Dame fans. I'm really sorry for calling your team Notre Dame, but it's funny, at least in my opinion. No, get a sense of humor, Notre Dame fans. But hey, even if did the ball come out? Oh no, they stopped Texas A&M. Texas A&M still got a score. Now, if Texas A&M somehow scores and wins this game, Notre Dame will be 0-2. But however, because of the 12-team playoff, Notre Dame fans, just be very grateful that, you'll still technically have a path to the playoff. So your hopes are still alive. And there's still a lot more seasons to go. So if somehow Notre Dame loses this game, Notre Dame fans, do not lose hope in your team. Because there's still a chance. All right, and I'm not saying Notre Dame's a terrible team by no stretch of the imagination. Notre Dame is not a terrible team. They're a decent team. But Texas A&M, they're trying to make a statement too. So, this 2nd and goal for them. Let's see what Notre Dame's defense comes out with. This is rest on the shoulders of basically the Notre Dame defense. I wonder what they're going to come out here with. If I was the Notre Dame defense, I'm bringing pressure. Because I'm not letting this quarterback spend time in the pocket, dancing around, trying to find an open wide receiver. No, I'm rushing. They bring 4. He throws it. Did he catch it? Oh, right over his receiver's head. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal. So there's 2 more chances left for Texas A&M to win this game, pending the extra kick. But Notre Dame's, they came out and they rushed forward. They did get some pressure, which is why I think, and also his wide receiver was covered anyway. Well defended by the Notre Dame defense. Well defended. He was covered up, and plus they rushed the quarterback. That's what you want to do in this scenario. It's 3rd and goal. I don't know what Texas A&M is going to do, but they better do something. Texas A&M rushing back. He's dancing. He's throwing the ball. Incomplete. No flags. Oh, it's 4th down. This is it. Wait, are they saying? No, oh, okay. I thought maybe they were saying that he got the INT, but no. It's 4th down. It's all or nothing right here. I know Notre Dame fans are nervous right now. They're probably biting their nails like, well, at least not the fans on TV. They're cheering. Like, let's go, team. Let's go. Let's see what. If Texas A&M has no timeouts. I was about to say, call timeout, get a play in, but they can't. This is all or nothing right here. But Notre Dame called a timeout. Well, wait, hold on. Who called a timeout? Wait, okay, so Texas A&M. Okay, no, it was Notre Dame who called the timeout. Yeah, Notre Dame wants to make sure they have their defense ready. So, but that also allows Texas A&M to dig into their plays and pull out the best one that they think can score them a touchdown. So we're going to absolutely see what comes out of here. If I'm Notre Dame coach right now, I'm just bringing the rush. I'm not going to let your quarterback just sit back there in the pocket and try to find a man open. At the same time, I am going to make sure your wide receivers are covered, obviously. I mean, you can just sit back and defend the pass, but you're also going to have to watch out for the rush of the quarterback. But he does have a long way to go, so I don't think the quarterback can just find his way into the end zone if he takes off instead of just throwing the ball. But we'll see what happens here. I'm at the edge of my seat. I don't know what's going to happen. But if I'm Notre Dame's defense, I'm probably rushing. I'm probably sending in a blitz, Even though that may leave a receiver temporarily open, but I feel like you got to bring pressure. I just feel that. You can't let this guy dance around in the pocket, but it looks like Notre Dame is only going to rush 4. They got pressure rushing 4, last time. So let's see what happens here. 4th and goal. Game's on the line. All or nothing. He gets the ball. He's looking. He throws it. He caught it. He caught it. No way. No way. Oh, no way. Notre Dumb fans are in shock right now. Even the players are in shock. Oh, I cannot believe Texas A&M pulled that off. Wow. I think that timeout might have just hurt Notre Dame for real. I think that timeout did it because pinning this extra point, which will give them the game, I think that timeout definitely helped Texas A&M more than it helped Notre Dame. I think the head coach of Notre Dame, he should have just waited. He should have just let it play out, man. Don't let the other players go to the other sideline and get a good play in. And Notre Dame only rushed 4. I would have brought a blitz. They did not do that, so that's probably going to cost them this game, and it looks like that's what's going to happen. Notre Dame is going to fall at number 8 to whatever. They're not going to be number 8 no more, and they're going to start the season 0-2. Wow, Notre Dame fans. Woo! Wow, man. I know they're hurting right now watching this game. Especially the fans that are there. Man, I can't believe he caught that too. What a good catch by the Texas wide receiver, by the way. Just so salty. Texas A&M just poured salt in the wound. Oh, man. It's going to be heartbreaking not for Notre Dame fans, but also for the players and the coaches. It's going to be a hard pill for them to swallow. Starting 0-2, they're going to have to wait a whole week just to try to go 1-2. Just to try to get their first win of the season. Ouch. Ouch, that's got to hurt. Woo. You ain't got to worry about that stuff if you're an Ohio State fan. But if you're any other fan, you got to worry about that stuff, man. But shout out to Texas A&M. They wanted to send a message, and they sent it. They're here. So Texas A&M fans have a lot to look forward to in the upcoming season. And like I said before, Notre Dumb fans, you still got hope. So, but it's a terrible start of the season, definitely for Notre Dame. And he's not going to do anything with this kick return. There's only 11 seconds left. Basically, at this point, all you can do is throw the ball down the field and pray. Maybe you'll get like a pass interference every time you throw the ball down the field. That's really all you got. Or you can just do backyard stuff where you just toss the ball around and maybe somebody can pick up something. That's happened before during that, I think it was the Michigan game when that player ran into the band that was still on the field because they thought the game was over, but it wasn't. They ended up winning. But we're going to see 11 seconds to go. I don't see them winning this game at all. Yeah, he's going to take a shot downfield. He throws it downfield, and it's just incomplete. There is 4 seconds left, but at this point, all you can do is do a lateral. Throwing it, I don't even know if the Notre Dame quarterback can throw it all the way to the end zone from where they're at. Probably not, so you just got to do a scrimmage, basically, and just hope and pray. But it's over. They're going to start the season 0-2. They're not going to be in the top 10 anymore. Texas A&M, though, they might move up in the top 10. Rightfully slow. There's the Euler Rattles. Yeah, it's just over. Yep, and with that, Texas A&M takes down Notre Dumb. And they start the season 0-2. And Texas A&M starts the season 3-0. Wow, Texas A&M fans are very happy, and they should be. Their team pulled out a good win here. And Notre Dame fans, there's still hope. But it's not looking good. But Texas A&M definitely got their message across. And that was a fun game, entertaining game to watch. Shout out to the Texas A&M offense. They really put that one together. But I do believe that timeout helped Texas A&M more than it helped Notre Dame. Maybe their coach shouldn't even call it a timeout. They should just let them play and try to see what they came up with. But they only rushed 4. They should have brought a blitz. It would have rushed the quarterback to make that throw. Because he did have a little bit of time there if you go back and watch the play. He had a little bit of time to go ahead and throw that pass that won them the game. But that was it for me. Yeah, next week's going to be fun. Because we start Big Ten conference. We start Big Ten play. And hopefully this year we can get a Big Ten championship. Because we haven't won a Big Ten championship in I don't know how long. But just adding that and the national championship would be nice. Just winning the national championship obviously is the goal. But just beating Michigan and winning the Big Ten championship, that's just like a bonus. But yeah, I'm happy for Texas A&M fans. Notre Dame fans, just know there's still hope. And that's going to be it from me.